Hello, I'm Chanel. This is Spirited Stardust, and today I'm doing the tag by Rose Honey Ritual, which is tier ranking tarots, which I thought was fabulous. I've seen a lot of those booktubers doing their rankings with their split screens electronically, but I've always thought, yeah, I'd like to do that, but I'm not gonna because that looks way too complicated, and I don't mess with tech that much. And then Meg went like real old school. She went with the paper and then the scissors and the cutting and I thought, yay, I can do that. I have a printer. Count me in. It looks so much fun. I think it's a brilliant idea and it's just a bit of fun. And it's just basically getting, she had 11 tarot decks. So you get 11 tarot decks, you shuffle, you pull a random card and you just rank it. And her categories for ranking were iconic, yes, classical, informative, could be better, and grab another deck. So without much further ado, let's just do it. Let's just do it. So I've pre-shuffled and pre-pulled because I started by shuffling on camera and then I dropped the deck multiple times and I thought, no, bitch, you can't do this. You can't do this live. You got to shuffle and then grab a random. So the first one is from the Cosmic Visions deck. I'll actually show the decks. That would probably be a good idea. So this is Cosmic Visions, and this is sort of the vibe. It's a very congruent in terms of its art style. So same, but different. Oh, I've got a cat sitting on my butt. Lovely. So this is Temperance. How do I feel about this? Well, I like the rose petal finish on this one. I'm either hit and miss with rose petal. Either I like it or I don't. It depends on the finish. This one's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's not the worst. I like this art style. This is very reminiscent of me during my teen years at school, decorating the margins of my school diary. This was massive back then. It was all black line work, and then you would color it all in with rainbows. Rainbows were very hot in the late 90s, early 2000s, amongst the school kids in Australia anyway. I don't know if that trend was international, but it was very big in Oz. So I like it. I like that it's got the full color of the rainbow, the balance of all colors. I like that she's doing the tree pose, I believe. I don't know the Sanskrit name for that yogic pose, which is, you know, about balance, stability, putting down roots, grounding. I like that she's got 4 arms and 2 of them are doing the typical water pouring from cup to cup that you normally see in the classical depictions. She's got a lotus covering up her goodies. I think that's great. That lotus is like sort of a symbol of both like earth and divinity. I like that she's got butterfly wings instead of the typical angel. I think that's a really cool twist on that. And I like the 2 suns. So look, I really like this. I wouldn't call it iconic, but this is an yes for me. Absolutely, that's an yes. So I'm just going to find the little cutout that I did of the Cosmic Visions. Where are you, Cosmic? Oh, there you are. Here you go. Mine are all curled, but it is what it is. Like Meg said too, if anyone knows of matte laminate pouches, let us all know. I don't know if it's a thing, but I would love some matte laminate rather than gloss. So next up, I'll get the deck out first. So we've got the Ethereal Alchemist deck. It's got a bit of like Moonchild tarot vibes to it, I think, anyway. So that's that deck. Here is the card I pulled, which is 10 of Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles is normally one of my favorite cards in the Minor Arcana. The Pentacles in general is my favorite court, house, whatever you call it, suit. So therefore, I sort of have expectations for the 10 of Pentacles. I always look for it when I get a new deck, and this one is not it for me. This is very pippish, I think, personally. It doesn't really go with the other like art style of the deck. Like this is something a qualm I have with this deck is 90% of it is very human-centric and photo collage, and then there's like a 10%, mostly the pentacles, the suit of pentacles, that's very pippish. So I just don't think it resonates as a whole. And for this one, like, yeah, there's a nice background, the gold tulip's cool, and you've got the medallions or the coins, but it doesn't give me 10 of Pentacles vibes whatsoever. I don't look at this and think of anything that's to do with the 10 of Pentacles. So for that reason, it just doesn't work. So would I grab another deck? I don't know. it's like, if this is all I saw of this deck, yes. If I saw some of the, you know, the other cards, I'd be like, no, look, that's got variety, you know, that's cool. Like, so I wouldn't grab another deck, but it can be, this can definitely be better. This could definitely be better. So I'm going to say it could be better. That's being generous though. If that was the only card I pulled from that deck, I would probably want to look at the rest of the deck. I would assume it was an all pip deck, but it's not. So next up, we've got Herb Crafters Tarot. This is what this one looks like. That's the Herb Crafters. And I've pulled from Herb Crafters, I've pulled 6 of Water, which is cups. Okay, so normally 6 of Cups to me generally means sort of like that childhood nostalgia. I don't get that from this. I love borage. I use borage as a companion plant to like my fruit trees. And I know you can use the oil of borage as like a cosmetic moisturizer cream. It's got a lot of uses. Bees love it. Bees adore it. This is like, it would reminisce to me about maybe a gathering, because there's multiple glasses and it's on a beautiful setting. So I think this person's having a bit of a celebration or a get together with some mates. It's a very calm, chilled vibe to it. Do I get the general 6 of Cups vibe from it? No, I wouldn't associate like anything to do with childhood or nostalgia with this. I think more of this is like community, celebrating, friendship. That's the vibe I would get from it. So because of that, I think it could be better. I think they could have depicted the 6 of Cups better, personally. In general, that deck is hit and miss with me. Some of them I think, oh, that's fantastic. Some I'm like, I don't get the correlation. So I'm going to stick with that. Could be better. This is Saint Soleil, Lucid Dreams, Lucid Dreams Beginner's deck. This is a favorite deck of mine in general. It's like my home deck. It just made itself that. I wouldn't have chosen it for that. And for this one, I've got 4 of Cups. And up the top, it says contemplation, apathy, reevaluation, feeling unfulfilled, missed opportunity, indifference, discontent, and melancholy. And the reversed meaning is a new outlook, a new option, retreat, clarity, awareness, time to snap out of it, choosing happiness and acceptance. On the side, you've got, I think that's Cancer. I believe the 69 is Cancer. That's the moon symbol for the planetary alignment. And I think that's water. I want to say water. Because moon and Cancer is there, I'm going to say yes. And it's Cups. This is it's got a lot of the classical elements to it. You've got a very unamused, unimpressed woman or male figure, human figure, looking at their 3 cups, just very apathetically, and then yeah, they're generally a sense of like discontentment with that. Like, I'm not happy with what I've got. This is it. Like, this is shit. And then you've got the cup appearing out of the heavens, like, we have an offering for you. Just look over here. It is all that you've dreamed of. So it's got that typical classical illustration, similar to the Rider-Waite-Smith, but it's got its own spin. I like the pink tones. I think it's lovely. I love the clouds. I'm a sucker for clouds. I don't know what it is, but clouds in like all colors, I just really like it. So, and I don't mind this, was this Victorian or Renaissance? I don't know what this style is. I like it, that art style, that era. So I like this card. I think this is a really good depiction of the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is not really a card that I generally tend to look at much at all. Like, it's not one of those cards like, oh, how have they done it? But I think this ticks all the boxes for a 4 of Cups. And it's nice to look at. It's got a bit of a fresh, innovative spin on it, so it's not too boring, middle of the road. So I'm going to go yes for this. I'm going to go yes. I know that's being generous, probably because I really like this deck. Yes. Next up, we have the This Might Hurt. This is This Might Hurt Tarot with that rainbow hologram. Holla holla. This is the sort of aesthetic. They've all got like all the different suits have a sort of shade color scheme that they go with. And this is the one I pulled, Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is generally a card that I like. I am Scorpio, so I think, and I am an INFJ, and I know that correlates with Queen of Cups. And I used to be very Queen of Cups, and now I'm more Queen of Pentacles. But because I've leaned more into my North Node, which is in Taurus. So this depiction, you've got the classical elements in there. You've got the moon, you've got the water, you've got sort of this serenity, calm energy, like that's a vibe. She's scrying into a bowl, I think. She looks pretty content. She's sitting on a throne. It's a beach chair. I love it that she's at the beach. There's seashells there. I think this looks like fish bones to me. I don't know. But, and there's, this deck is like known for its like, representation of very different body types, ethnicities, gender, sexual orientation. So it's very diverse. Abilities, it's quite diverse, and I like that. So this looks like a person, like a real person. And she's got a nurturing vibe. She's got that bosom that you just want to lie your head on and give her a cuddle. Like, she looks like she gives great cuddles. So I like this depiction. I think this is, yes, it's not iconic. I don't know if any of these are going to be iconic personally. I have to wait and see. So that's the This Might Hurt Tarot. That's the you bro. I think, yes, is going to be very full. Like, there's just two categories being represented at the moment. Okay, next up we've got True Black Tarot. This is one of my favorite all-time decks. I'd be surprised if I did not like the depiction. I love that hermit. Oh, yes. I would be surprised. But there are some in here that are pippish. Once again, there are some in there that are pippish. So if I get a pippish, what's it going to be? Oh, it's the King of Cups. That's cute. Got a king and a queen. I like this. I generally don't like the King of Cups representation most of the time. This one I do. I like that you can't really see the face. Sometimes faces throw me. It's too realistic. Like, I don't want to look at that and say, hey, that looks like Jerry. Do you know what I mean? Because then that skews my view of the card. I've got too much personal coloring from that. Whereas it's ambiguous enough where you're like, okay, it's still got the masculine representation. He's got long hair, which, yep, I think the King of Cups would. He's got a crown of fish swimming, which I think is really sweet. He's got the two cups, which I see as like, that's a balance of emotions. And the beam of light has got rainwater flakes in it, which is cool. Now, I remember from the card in this is a clamshell, which has got that like Venus, is it Venus de Milo vibes? You know, that image, which I do like. And I thought it was a squid, but they said it's an octopus. And it said the octopus is swimming with a fish. Normally, an octopus is a predator animal. But in the king's presence, in his golden presence, he brings harmony and peace between all the creatures of the sea. So I think this is really cool. You know what? I'm going to put this in iconic because I think this would be a great representation for the King of Cups. It's already an yes, but I'm going to go with iconic. I want to fill that slot. I don't like having empty spaces. So, I'm going to be honest with you. I just want something there, and I don't know if anything else is going to be able to go there. I might move it down. If I find something else that I think is better, then I'll move it down. But I don't know. I don't think I am. Next up, we've got Dream Keepers. This is Dream Keepers. And it's a very like moody, subdued, surrealist deck. A bit of edge, bit of eeriness to it, bit of like there's nightmare qualities in it. Okay, so we've got, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I love Queen of Pentacles. Like I said before, that's the card I would say most depicts my personality and life phase at the moment, life stage. This has a lot of classical. I've seen a lot of depictions with the horns and the disc, the pentagram, the gold coin in the middle of them, like very Maleficent vibes, very fairy, queen of the forest. There's birds sitting on her, and I think that's a little bumblebee, and there's bunnies. So you can tell that she is at home in her surroundings. She sort of blends into the background, which I think sort of represents that like harmonious nature, you know, our relationship between nature and the domestic and the human. And like same thing, like a lover of animals. She's got a rose, almost, what do you call that, cloak, which I think is divine. I love roses. It's a flower that means a lot to me. That feminine quality. She looks very nurturing. She looks like motherly. I love it. I think it's a very informative but also artistic depiction of the Queen of Pentacles. Like, I'm happy with that. I don't like it when there's a Queen of Pentacles that I really don't like the depiction of. I find that hard with a deck. There's a few cards that if they suck in a deck, I might be like, no, these are my favorite cards. You have to do them right. So this one I do like. It's not my favorite. I don't like love it. So I'm going to say yes. It's an yes. And where are you? Dream Keepers. There you go. Okay, next up is I'll grab the deck, is the Alchemists Garden Tarot. So this is the general aesthetic of that. It's very simple. It's very like old school flora and fauna. You'd see someone had drawn in like a nature journal, I think, anyway. So let's see what we've got. 8 of Wands, Guarana. Yeah, I agree with that. Guarana just reminds me of like that craze when it was everywhere, where it was like, you want to lose weight, you want to have energy, you want to have stamina and endurance, rah, 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 Guarana. So that's what reminds me of that. That's very 8 of Wands. I'm just so happy that it's not a standard 8 of Wands for, you know, with 8 Wands like in the air. I find that even in non-pip decks, sometimes people still just do that depiction, just 8 Wands in the air. And I'm like, add something else to it besides 8 Wands launched in the air. Like, I want to see some nuance. So this is great. I think, and they've put the word haste as the key word, and like, yes, you get that energy from it. And like I said, Guarana, it's not something that I've ever taken. I've already got a bit of a, I'm like Vata, and I've got Hashimoto's, and so I can be wired. I'm tired but wired. That's my general state, tired but wired. But I've got that anxious energy too, so I try not to have anything that's a stimulant. I don't do well with those, because I think Guarana also has like caffeine and like theobromine. Like I've even got to be careful with chocolate. Chocolate can overstimulate me, and it just leaves me feeling jittery and anxious and unstable. So I've steered right away from like Guarana. Coffee, caffeine in general, I have very, 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 very rarely. It's only on a day when I'm like, I have to get stuff done today, and I'd rather have like the 2 or 3 hours of like frenetic energy just to go like an Energizer bunny, because I will crash. I will crash hard afterwards, and it will take me quite a while to undo the damage. But I sometimes use it as like that, you know, last resort. It's like, I've got to power through, and I will take the 3 hours. So this is pretty good. I would say classical, informative. It's not classical in terms of obviously the 8 Wands, but it's got the keyword haste. It's got Guarana. If you know anything about Guarana, you're like, okay, it's a stimulant, it's energizing, it's go. So I think it's classical but informative. Because I'm going yes, because I don't love the art style in this. Like, it's not like, I didn't buy this deck for the imagery. I bought it for the plant associations and the write-ups in the guidebook, which are A+. So Alchemists, I'm going to go classical. Okay, next up we've got this deck over here. Oh, don't drop it. This is Dreamy Moons. So it's got the gilding, lots of gold bling bling, and the black and the color. So that's this deck. So this deck is majorly overall very classical Rider-Waite-Smith imagery. You'll see what we've gotten. 6 of Wands. Yes, I'm sorry, but this is very classical. Obviously they've got an astrological constellation in the background. I don't know what that one particularly is. I might just look it up just to see if it adds anything to this depiction, because I'm not that skilled enough to be able to read that myself. So this is 6 of Wands. Which constellation is that, do you say? Might be blah blah blah, take this. Oh no, they don't mention what that is. If anyone knows what that is, that one there, please let me know. It sort of looks like a coat hanger, because they don't mention it, which sucks. If someone puts like something extra in there, I like to see it written about, but no. This is just very stock standard. You've got 6 Wands, so you've got someone doing their Rocky moment. Oh, that almost looks like someone's directing airplanes. You know what I mean? Well, I think it would have been better if he was just holding one, or they, because that's ambiguous. If they were just holding one in the air and there was just an extra wand in the crowd, like, yeah, you did it. You're victorious. You're on the mountain. You succeeded. There's shooting stars in the sky. This is very standard, so I don't like love it. It's classical and informative. That's what I'm going to put this on. It is just very classical and informative, and that's way too big. I need to trim this down. Sorry, dude, you're just going to get cut Right. Like, do you fit there now? Yes. Okay, there you go. And ad-lib in that scissoring. Scissoring. Okay. I think the last deck, I'm down to one more deck. Am I? How many have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, I've got way more to go. All right. I haven't pulled them all then. I haven't pre-pulled them. All right, so next we've got this one, which is the Gentle Tarot. So that's sort of the vibe with the Gentle Tarot. I'll move this to the side. I've got 2 more to do. Okay, so I need to pull one more. I got the Lovers. Okay. So Lovers is also a card I tend to like to look at. Mine's not so much just about choice. It is more the relationship dynamic in regards to choices. That's how I sort of feel about the Lovers. Do I like this one? This one's obviously gone for non-gender. It's just gone for butterflies, like non-human representation. Butterflies are cool. That's great. This one's sitting on I bet you this plant has something symbolic with it, but I don't recognize it. I don't really get any of the Lovers out of this, really. I know people really like this one, but I like less subtlety with my Lovers. So this doesn't do it for me. It's not classical either, like besides there being 2. And maybe they're meant to be mating. But I don't know enough about butterflies to get that. I don't get that vibe. I don't get a mating vibe from that. I just get 2 butterflies flying in the air. I think this could be a bit better in terms of a better representation of the Lovers, personally. I'm going to put that, yeah. Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 1 more. Okay, here we go. Spacious. I didn't do the Spacious. So this is Spacious. Those are the backs. These are the sorts of fronts. This can be pippish. I'm just going to grab one. I felt like I pulled one before, but obviously I didn't. Okay, what did I get? Oh, 9 of Cups. Okay. Okay. All right, 9 of Cups. Okay, so with this, I feel like at the beach with the water lapping the shore, and it's got sort of a pink hue, so I feel like it'd be dusk, which is a very calm time. I think it's a time that you tend to spend with other people, so it's got like, I feel from this with the 9 cups too lined up all different, I think this has like a community, friendship, relationship vibe to it. It's not just like a singular person. Obviously the dandelion is the biggest indicator of like wishes, making a wish, your wishes being fulfilled. There's a sense of peace and contentment. Yeah, and I just feel like this person's like vibing where they are right now. It's like more energetic because this doesn't have any sort of human element. The energy of this card is very like, I'm chill. Everything's like as it should be. I'm not wanting for anything. I'm very grateful of this. Like I've just got some gratitude and contentment. So I like this. I'm going to go yes. I wouldn't say iconic, but I'm going to go yes. Are there any... Oh, grab another deck. None went and grab another deck. Oh, do I move you down? I'm moving you down. I am. Just so I'm filling that void. And also because if I just got that one card for that was a 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, I would be like, no, bro. I'm not happy with that. Okay, so that's the rankings. Now I'm going to put the cards. So... I don't know. Oh, I can't remember what Meg did. If she like ranked the cards in order from like, I'm just going to do it from this order. So down the bottom, grab another deck is 10 of Pentacles from Ethereal Alchemist. And that's because that is just not a cool depiction to me personally of 10 of Pentacles. I would be like, that doesn't mean 10 of Pentacles to me at all. Could be better. So we've got Herb Crafters, that was a 6 of Cups. Yeah, could be better in terms of what it's meant to represent, I think, personally. That's what we're going to go with that. Okay, and we've also got the Gentle Tarot, the Lovers. That's not like a favorite. That wouldn't make my favorite Lovers depictions. It's a beautiful image. The art's lovely, but it just doesn't vibe with what I feel I get from the Lovers for me. It doesn't match up. Doesn't align. Okay, classical but informative. We've got the Herb Crafters. The Alchemists Garden. Where are you? I dropped you off somewhere and I can't find where you are. I might have put you back. Did I put you back? I did. The Eight of Wands with Guarana / haste. Yeah, man, it matches. Same with Dreamy Moons and Six of Wands. It's a very stock standard Six of Wands. I would love to know what that is though. Then we've got yes. I've got a lot of them in yes. I had a feeling. So yes, we've got Temperance. That's lovely. I love it. I think it's great. And we've got Four of Cups. Once again, it's cool. A lot of information. It's very pretty, very palatable. We've got the This Might Hurt Queen of Cups. She cool. I like her. We've got the King of Cups. Oh, no. He's an iconic. Oh, okay. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Sorry. Yep, she's great. I've got no issues with her whatsoever. Nine of Cups. Once again, like, yep, that's great. All these cards are very pretty, and they depict the meanings and representations that that card is meant to have. And then iconic, I only had one, and that was King of Cups. And I'm going to stand by it. I think that that's a great King of Cups. Like, in general, that's a card that I tend to not like give two hoots about. But this one, I remember like looking at it and being like, yeah, I'm digging this too. This they, them person. I like it. You know, I could come join them in their clamshell. So have a glass of water. I like it. So that's iconic to me. I think that's a great representation of the King of Cups. So yeah, I think that's everything. I don't know if Meg did more. I should have watched it more than once, but I just wanted to get it done today because it's so fun, and I had the impetus to do it. I had the desire to do it. This is really cool. I hope you're having a wicked morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. And as always, stay wild, Star Child.